and on this week's edition of the BLAST Newscast.
It's officially December, and Christmas is just around the corner. So, we have asked some members of the BLAST Newscast to share some of their Christmas memories with us. I'm Devin Carter, and we'll have that story coming up.
A chance of December thunderstorms, plus cooling temperatures. I'm Levi Bennington, and I'll have further details in this week's weather forecast.
Those stories and a whole lot more can be seen on this week's edition of the BLAST Newscast.
For the week of December the 4th, 2012.
And now, coming to you live from our studios in Sharpsville, Indiana, Katie Folgenhauer and Jacob Pyle.
Thank you, Chris Henry. Hello and welcome to the BLAST Newscast. I'm Katie Folgenhauer.
And I'm Jacob Pyle. What do you think of when you think of the word Christmas? Well, Christmas can mean a lot of things. Beautiful lights, Christmas trees, the sweet sounds of carolers passing by, deck the halls with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la, beautiful snow, drinking a nice hot cup of hot cocoa in front of the fireplace. Christmas is also a time to spend with family and make lots of beautiful memories with.
We went around and asked some of the members involved with the BLAST Newscast to tell us what their Christmas memory is, and we have the responses. Here with the report on what Christmas means to all of us here at the Teen Blast is BLAST Newscast reporter Devin Carter.
Thank you, Katie. Do you ever have such things as Christmas memories? Well, a lot of people do. Christmas is a special time to get together with family and friends. Before we go further along with our discussion about what Christmas is, we've asked the members of the BLAST Newscast to share with us their favorite Christmas memories. Here is what they had to say.
My favorite Christmas memory was when I was around 10 years old. My aunt was driving me home from her house, and the first star I saw, I wished on. And she asked me, what do I wish for? I wished for a pogo stick. And that Christmas, guess what I got? Opened up one of my packages from my aunt, and I got a pogo stick, which made me really happy.
I don't know. Christmas has always been a little easier for me, and now it's just a little difficult without my older brother because he's not here anymore. But when he was here, the last time he was here and we had Christmas together, every year we would take pictures before we even did presents or before we read the story of Jesus being born. And the last one we took was with him, and it was actually nice seeing him again. But I think that was the first time we've ever actually connected, even though he's lived with us forever and until now. But it was awesome.
My favorite Christmas memory was when I was littler. Me and my family went over to my grandma's, and we had a big family dinner with some ham and a bunch of other good stuff. And after that, all the kids went into the family room and we opened presents, and it was just a great time with family. And of course, I love the presents. That's my favorite Christmas memory.
My favorite Christmas time is being with family. I just like hanging out with them, and it's a time that we all get together and eat and share memories of old presents that we've gotten.
You know, one of my favorite memories when I was little, I think, was the Christmas music show that we put on. You know, our music teacher, of course, would put on those shows every year. You know, it's basically us kids singing Christmas carols to the parents out there in the audience. Anyway, one year, we, after the show was over, one of the kids threw up, got sick, you know, basically all over the floor. I was the victim. I stepped on the gunky stuff that kid threw out. And I was showing it the whole time. Luckily, I was able to get my shoes cleaned. But yeah, that is the one Christmas that I really remember a lot. And I'll never forget that day.
What you just heard, in which I'm sure most of you had those types of memories too when you were young, as some memories that had been experienced by the people who celebrate Christmas. You know, Christmas is all reality, is a celebration of Jesus' birthday, and even to this day, Christmas is the most widely celebrated holiday in the world. People giving presents to one another, eating all kinds of food, decorating the Christmas tree, and singing Christmas carols for the glory of Jesus are many ways that people cherish and celebrate Christmas. May all your Christmases be filled with lots of happy memories. For the BLAST Newscast, I'm Devin Carter.
Thanks, Devin, for the report. Christmas is such a magical time of year. It's a time for fun and a time to make all kinds of wonderful memories that perhaps maybe you've seen some ideas in the report. As country singer Marty Robbins puts it, some memories just won't die. And now with a look at our other headlines that are making news today is BLAST Newscast headline reporter J.R. Clifton.
Thank you, Katie. Hello, everyone. Here's our headlines for this week. On December 18th, BLAST Newscast is having its first annual BLAST Newscast Christmas Talent Extravaganza. And we are now booking special guests to appear on this special program. The only thing we ask is if you are singing, the song you are singing must have something to do with Christmas, and it must glorify God in some way. If you have a talent that you'd like to share with us, and you're not afraid to do it in front of a camera, let Jacob Pyle know. Come help us out as we present our very first annual BLAST Newscast Christmas Talent Extravaganza. A reminder that on December 25th and on January the 1st, we will not have regular Team BLAST. And on those days, in order to observe Christmas and New Year's Day, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from all of us at Team BLAST. On December 31st, we'll have our all-night New Year's Eve lock-in. It runs from 8 in the evening to 8 in the morning. $20 covers 2 bands, cosmic bowling, Papa John's pizza, and a whole lot more. Invite your friends, get plenty of sleep beforehand, and have fun at this year's all-night New Year's Eve lock-in. On February 19th, Team BLAST is going to have its second annual Appreciation Day dessert banquet. If you have a song, skit, or poem that you'd like to do in this year's show, let Kendra or Desi know. Acts for the show will be chosen based on tryout purposes only. Help us in showing our gratitude and appreciation to everyone for their hard work in making Team BLAST possible for us each week. On April 5th, Team BLAST will be leaving from Muncie, Indiana for Acquire the Fire 2013. The cost is $45. We'll be leaving on the 5th after school, and we'll be there part of that Friday and all day Saturday. Spots will be limited, so if you're interested, talk to Kendra or Desi, because it will be first come, first serve. And finally, spots are almost full for next year's Big Stuff Church Camp at Panama City Beach, Florida. Put in your $50 deposit to secure spots. Once it's put in, the $50 will go off your church camp total. We only have one spot left. Once that spot has been taken, we won't be able to fit any more, so put your money in right away and get ready to do some fundraisers for Big Stuff Church Camp. Those are our headlines for this week. I'll be back at the end of the newscast for a preview of what you'll see on next week's edition, but for now, I'm J.R. Clifton.
Thank you, JR. And now it's time for our weather with our rain or shine weatherman, Levi Bennington.
Thank you, Jacob. Hello, everybody. So far, we've had a weird December. We've had reasonable temperatures, but please don't get too comfortable with this kind of weather, because we know very good that we'll start feeling bitterly cold temperatures when winter arrives. So, our forecast for today calls for a chance of morning thunder showers with a high of 55 degrees and a low of 32 degrees. Tomorrow, expect sunny skies with a high of 41 degrees and a low of 27 degrees. Temperatures will start warming up again as we get to our weekend. I'm Levi Bennington, and that's today's weather.
Sometimes in our lives we all have pain, we all have sorrow, but if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Please swallow your pride. If I have things you need to borrow, for no one can fill those of your needs that you won't let show.
Just call on me, brother, when you need a hand.
We all need somebody to lean on.
I just might have a problem that you'd understand.
We all need somebody to lean on. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend, J.R. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on.
You just call on me, brother, when you need a hand.
We all need somebody to lean on.
I just might have a problem that you'd understand.
We all need somebody to lean on. If there is a load you have to bear that you can't carry, right up the road, I'll share your load if you just call me. Here we go. Call me if you need a friend.
Call me
if you need a friend. Call me if you ever need a friend.
Call me.
Call me. For those of you who may be wondering, I did a little bit of decorating here, and I just wanted to see what you guys thought. We have tinsel here. I put up some lights a week ago. Since it's Christmas, I think it'd be only fair to do that. Now, I wonder what this place would look like when it's dark. Well, let's find out. 1, 2, 3. Wow. Do you think the lights are better, you know, even though it's dark? I think so. You can look at them and you can see how pretty they are. But unfortunately, we have to continue on with the newscast. So, 1, 2, 3. There we go. Now we got some light going in here. I hope you guys enjoy the new newsroom here. Just thought I'd show you. And of course, another thing cool is I got this brand new Team BLAST sign as well. We borrowed that from the Wild Wacky Tuesday sign as well. So, we hope with these new decorations, hopefully this newscast will better improve for all of you. Thanks.
Hey, looking for something to do on a weekday afternoon? Come up and join us for Team BLAST. Our address is 210 South Main Street here in Sharpsville, Indiana, 46068. Anyone 6th grade or older is welcome. We're open after school on Mondays and Wednesdays through Friday from 3 to 6. And Tuesdays from 3 to 9, with Tuesday service from 6:30 to 8:30. Come join us, won't you?
And now with a look at what you'll be seeing on next week's newscast is BLAST Newscast headline reporter J.R. Clifton.
Thanks, Katie. On next week's edition of the BLAST Newscast, we will be presenting a Christmas skit about 3 people having 3 different phone conversations. The focus on the skit is, "And the Word became flesh and dwelt among us." Watch as the BLAST Newscast presents "Hark the Glad Sound." That's coming up on next week's edition of the BLAST Newscast. I'm J.R. Clifton, and we'll see you then.
Thank you, J.R. And with that, that'll be it for this week. Thank you for joining us.
I'm Katie Belgenhauer.
And I'm Jacob Pyle. Until next week, good night, and God bless my friends.
This is Chris Henry speaking. The BLAST Newscast has been pre-recorded for future airing.